All right, so let's say you have the book. All right, let me go back to bookshelf here. All right, so let's say you have the book or the manuscript that you want to upload to Amazon. How do you know like what format to upload? How do you handle the cover? How do you manage those little things? This video I'm gonna hopefully help you with that. Yeah, so I'm gonna try and answer some of those questions here. So, in order to upload your manuscript, there's something that I would recommend you do first. Before you even go to the Kindle Direct Publishing page, I'm assuming you already have your Amazon account and you have access here. That's not what I mean. Before you hit the create button here, I would recommend you go to Kindle Create and download this first. So what this is, it's pretty much dimensions styling guide type of thing. It gives you like the formatting advice based on what you'll be creating. So under that, under like the ebook specifically, you have different options of what you can actually choose. So let me just show you. So when you've downloaded it, all right, let me just click on it here first. Let me show you what it looks like. So when you click on that, you'll see the Kindle Create option, so you can download it free for PC or free for Mac, and it gives you it kind of saves a lot of time in trying to guesswork and trying to do multiple uploads and maybe the alignment is off based on what you're going for, right? So what you're gonna do once you've downloaded it and installed it and all that, I'm sure you know how to do that. I'm not gonna treat like a child here. Once you've downloaded it and installed it, you're gonna open the app. So let me go to a new file. So show what it looks like. So let's go to new project. Let's save that. So this is what the first page typically looks like for you. So they have three options that you can go with. So the reflowable, which would be like their when people read it on the Kindles, that's what it typically looks like the typical just black and white text, you know, text format that people like read, like fantasy books and all that. You can do comic option also if you want to do like a PDF or a sequential JPEG or PNG for digital publication, or you can do like a print replica. So this would be like you upload your PDF file, right? So with the reflowable, they typically recommend you use the Word file as the one you're gonna be using. So we're gonna go step by step as I mentioned to kind of give you a full grasp of what I mean here. So there's a book that I'm working on. It's called Introverted Selling. So what I'm gonna do, so this what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pretty much give me a second, let me add something to it first here. All right, let me just add this and give me oh, all right, because I want to show you kind of everything. So I typically like to put like a image of the first. This is not like the first like page itself. This is more this is an image that the person is gonna see. So I typically like to color it differently. This is just me. You can always do whatever you feel like, but I like to recolor it in a different color. Just as a a thing for me to do. So let me say I put that in red. No, that's not the red. Red's a bit harsh. Um, no, too bright. Alright, so I know this wasn't a part of the tutorial, but let's just give me a second here and let me try and figure out one. Alright, let's skip it like that. Alright, so once you have everything in place, so this one isn't fully written. This is like 9 pages, but for the sake of showing you what I want to do, it's gonna give me a good example material here. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna go to file, you're going to download it. If you're using Google Docs, right, you're gonna go to Microsoft Word and save the file. That's the first thing you're going to do. So since this is saved as introverted selling, um, you see the docs here as introverted selling. What you're going to do from there, you're going to go back to the Kindle Create, and you're going to click on the reflowable. So if we're working with a PDF file, we would go with the print replica, but because we're doing something that's going to be pretty much be read step by step, this would be the better option. So what you're going to do is you're going to you can always do the tutorial option if you want to, but you're just gonna hit continue since we know that's the one we want to go with, and I'm gonna put introverted selling. So this is a sales book for people that are introverts. So what that means is typically the stereotype is that salespeople are more like pushy and always in a face and all that, but there's actually a class of salespeople that people don't typically think about that are introverts. So I wrote a whole book around that, or well, trying to, cause this is just like 9 pages so far. But once you've entered that and the name, all right, and you can put the publisher if you want. This is all optional now, but you just add those details and then you import the Word file document. So introverted selling docs, see it's right here. You press open and let it do its thing. It's gonna import it pretty much. All right, and then when it imports it, what it's gonna do is it's gonna pretty much format it for the Kindle. So you're gonna see how that looks when it's done here. So it's kind of giving you like some tips as it does its thing. Yeah, so it showing you the Kindle version and the all right. So it's optimizing the document. Because it's just like 9 pages, it's not gonna take too long, but just give it a second here. All right, so while that's doing its thing, um, another thing I want to kind of show you too is when, all right, so once that's finished, let's say that, all right, it should be, all right, so it's almost done. So let's say we had all right, so see it's blinking now. All right, so what you're gonna do is, all right, so it's imported successfully. So you're gonna click on the continue button now, and it's gonna pretty much show you a get started screen. And yeah, so this is, so what this is here in the upper left hand corner, this is pretty much it's like a contents guide thing pretty much. So it's kind of for the Kindle, so when the person is reading, they can pretty much swipe and it will kind of hyperlink to different sections of the book, so it's a bit easier for them. So once you go through and make sure all the parts that you want to be ticked are ticked, you can just click accepted. You need to click accepted there because there's a part of this where if you don't accept it, or if you reject it, when you're ready to do the upload to the KDP, it's gonna show you that part in red that it's not able to have that option for the people that are reading. So hopefully you do that. So all right, so after you've gone through and made sure everything looks okay on uh, the chapter part that you want, what you can also do is do a preview. So preview, and you can pretty much see it on different devices. So if you want to see it on a phone, you can do that. If you want to see it on a Kindle e-reader, see how it looks here, and you just scroll, and yeah, so this is what it looks like. So pretty much the book here is a story form book. So a lot of sales books kind of go a bit too broad in the topics. I kind of feel, because I've read a couple of them over the years, and I think the approach of a book like what's it called? Richest Man in Babylon is a much better approach in some cases, because story form is a lot easier to kind of grasp when you kind of bring down the concepts into somebody actually doing something. So that's why I kind of made it more story form, with us following Jane, the introvert here. But yeah, so once you scroll through and make sure everything looks okay, what you're going to do from there is come out of this view, then you're going to click on the export button, and you can export it as KPF, which is recommended for Kindle and print, or you can export it as an EPUB file. So since we're trying to keep this as user friendly as possible, we're going to go with KPF and press export and saving the project. Then it's gonna go to the download, where you typically would export to. So I typically export to downloads. So what you're gonna do is save the file's name. So let's just call it intro sales. All right, so that's, just to keep it simple. All right, so that's saved. All right, so now we're ready to publish. So you can just click on show file now, and see, here it is, intro sales. So what you can do from here now, because we have the actual manuscript file in a format that KDP loves, what you can do is just go back to the KDP page now. Go back to the KDP page, and now you can hit the create button. So this is more for example purposes, but I do plan to release this book shortly also. But so since we're gonna be keeping it simple here, so there are 4 options available, but we're gonna be keeping it simple and doing the Kindle ebook. And what you're gonna be doing from here is pretty much adding the details to make sure that everything is the way that you want it to be. So you get to decide based on what criteria you're working with. So all right, so it's in sorry, I can't spell, VERTED sales mastering call center sales SALES as an introvert. VERT. Sorry, I don't do well on the spot. Okay. All right. So yeah. So if it's like a series you're doing, I'm just gonna zoom in. You can actually have. So let's say you have like 4 different books that are part of a series interlinked. You can always do like a series you want to add it to. So for me, this is actually a part of a series I'm actually doing. So I can click add to series, and yeah, so it's an existing series that I have, and I have this one. It's called Mastering Call Center Sales. So I have 2 other books that are in pre-order phase right now, so I'm just going to click on that, and so it would be, in this case, the main content is pretty much related, and title information is correct, so you can click continue. But since this is just an example, I'm gonna still have to go back and fix up everything. But in normal sense, you can always go through and add this. But yeah, so you can put the edition number if you have one. If it's a case where you're doing the paperback version, they're gonna give you a ISBN. I think that's what it's so it's like they're gonna give you a code number that's gonna help you to define the book. It's a free number that Amazon provides you with as a book publisher for each book individually. So you put your name here, so that would JAVON CRAWFORD. Put that name. If you have any additional contributors, you add those here. You put a description for the book. So you put in the description. I don't know. This book is to help introverts CE succeed in the game of sales by understanding themselves. I might, change this and all that. Sales and using their introversion as a superpower rather than a curse. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna have something better when I kind of think about this. This is more to make the video kind of show you how everything kind of works. So if you have the publishing rights, you can just add that there. If you have sexually explicit image or title is that, you can always click yes, but that's a no for me. You put in the ages if you're making like a child book, or if you're doing something that's a bit more aged up. So if you're doing like a teenager, I don't know, maybe a textbook or something, you can add that here. So typically, I don't know, this kind of book, let's say 17 or 14, or because it's pretty much a child-friendly book, because it's not anything that's gonna be that hard to kind of understand or grasp. If you're introverted, it does help. Let's say you're not working in sales directly, but you still have to use sales tactics to do whatever job you're going to be doing. Then you're going to choose the categories. So since this is would be sales, it will be business and money. Then you can choose all right, so select a subcategory. So let's put skills here. And so this will be negotiating, communication, training. Yeah, so then you can save the categories, and then you can add a keyword. So 7 keywords highlighting the unique book traits. All right, so that could be, I don't know the type of book that you're working with, but this would be sales. Yes. Why am I writing books that I can't even like spell? That's just crazy. Sales beginner, beginner. um um cold, well, building rapport. Should I just edit this out? Building rapport, um building rapport, self-confidence, introversion, I'll just put introvert because that's VERT. Alright. And yeah, you can put the others that you want to put also. So if you're ready to release the book right away, you can always put the option that you're gonna go live with it, like so you can take about 72 hours to go live. During that time, edits cannot be made to your book, and you can learn more about the release times here. So what that means is there's like a review period. So for every book that you upload to Amazon, there's gonna be like a review period that kind of lets them kind of look into the book, the quality, the content, make sure the age ranges are appropriate, all the details that you entered is what you're actually doing. So since this would be an ebook, I'll be doing the pre-order typically. You choose a date that's available. So this would be the 2nd of January would be the first available date here. So we can, let's say we choose that date. It gives me like a timeline. So let's say I only had the, let's say, all right, like I'm in the position now that I haven't fully finished the book as yet. I can actually, instead of like forcing to have everything not be done, and rushing to get everything out the way. I can choose like a later date for the date and time and thing for the date, and that kind of gives you a bit more time to kind of make sure that the final version is ready to be presented or ready to be bought. you know so yeah. So after you finished putting in all those details, you click next, save and continue. And what you're going to do from there, so the manuscript, all right. So if you have the digital right management DRM, so this means that nobody can like change, it can be changed after publication. So what you can do from here now is just if you have the file ready, like we kind of created the file with the Kindle Create here, you can do this option. Or if you don't have it, you just have like the image of the front page, you can also do that while you're working on making sure all the kinks are kind of worked out. So what you can do, since we created that mock file here, we just click on yes, I'd like to upload the manuscript, click on it, and then yeah, click clear. Then we just add intro sales, which would be the one that we did, and it's gonna take a little time and upload the document. So yeah, all right. So then you just click continue, since you're gonna be ready to submit. All right, and it gives you the same timeline. So since we clicked on the the third, I think. So it gives me till tomorrow at 11:59 p.m. to be able to upload the final version, right? So next thing we're gonna do is add the cover. So to make this kind of easier for you, instead of you like going through all the dimensions and all that, I did make a video on that earlier. I think it was maybe 5 months ago or so. But what you can do is just click on this here, and it's gonna open literal creator you can use. So instead of you having to worry about the dimensions and all that, this kind of makes it a bit easier for you. So what you could just do is click continue. You can either choose an image from their gallery. They have thousands of royalty free images, but we're gonna use one from my computer right now. And since you kind of know, all right, give me a second. All right, so where is it? All right, so let's click on that. All right, so it's gonna give you like a view of what it kind of looks like overall. So you can choose the one that kind of fits what you have in mind. I typically go with this one because I can kind of edit it a bit more. So choose this design, and then from here I can just give me a second, let's remove that. I can remove this also. All right, and I can remove even my name. So yeah, and once you've done that, you can just hit the preview. It's gonna bring you to the preview pane where you can kind of see it, how it would look. So if you're doing like the paperback version of this, it's gonna show you what the full front and back would look like. So in that case, you can design a different a version that would fit like both sides of the front and the back. But there's also an option available, you can actually do just the front part, and then it would be like, let's say, a black back, if that makes sense. With a section where you can put in like the author notes, like your story, or maybe similar works that you're working on. You can also do that. All right, so you can just click save and submit here, or if you want to change something, you just click start over. Yeah, so if it does look good, you can always just go ahead with that. So once you upload that, it's going to take a little while, not too long, to just kind of load in here. And then like if you use like AI to let's say create the text or images or translate anything in the book, you can add that here. So let's say you used it, so let's say you used it to do some of your text, so they have a couple of options here. So you use it to create like some sections with minimal or no editing, you some sections with extensive editing, so that would more mean like you went in after ChatGPT or Claude AI or some other or AI like Meta AI, after they gave you like this rough draft, you went in and changed everything, or you heavily revised a lot of the stuff. You can go with that one. If the entire work with minimal or no editing, or the entire work with extensive editing, so you get to decide which one. So let me just show you what will happen. So let's say you click on this one, they would then show you like option you can put in which AIs you use. So let's say ChatGPT, because that's one of my favorites, you know that already. ChatGPT. If you've watched my video, you've seen me do a lot of a lot of stuff with ChatGPT. You can put in others if you work with others also. If you the same kind of thing with the images also, so you can just click on this, and then it's gonna give you like tools. Which tools did you use? So DALL-E is one of the most popular AI image generators. You have Leonardo AI, you have so many others I can't even think of. But yeah, the same kind of thing. So let's say none in this case, and if you use like for like translating. So another thing I can actually use AI for, so let's say you already have your book in English format or some other language, and you wanted to translate it to another language, you can actually upload your book or sections of the book and have it be translated by AI to that language. And it can be done really well now with the AI tools that exist. So you do have that option also, so that's why they put the translation option here. So if the entire work was translated over to, let's say, Spanish or French or whatever, or German or Japanese, or if it's a case where you didn't use AI at all, you just click the no button here, and then you move on from there. Give me a second here. All right, so typically you're able to like launch a preview also. But since we're kind of going a bit long with this, I'm gonna just kind of show you here. So it says, well done, your manuscript doesn't have any errors or like image issues. Well, there's no images beyond the first one that we have. So what you can do is click on the preview. You're gonna see how it shows up once it's loaded. I know typically like tutorials would be a bit more clean and clear cut, but we're doing this by ear to kind of show you. So don't like skip over anything, you know exactly what happens, the process and everything. And if it's a case where you find this a bit too long, then sorry, but this video will be maybe just a few more minutes because it's pretty much at the end. Here it's loading. Alright, I may do a little bit of slight editing just to kind of make it flow a bit better. But yeah, see it loading here, and just like how we saw it in the Kindle Create, it's pretty much gonna be the same kind of thing. And yeah, so you can just go through and make sure everything looks okay. It says we have 0 spelling errors, 0 image issues, so that's good. Let's click the go back button here, because it's gonna kind of show you everything else that you'll have to go through. So once you have the manuscript, everything else, you can put in here's the thing I was talking about, the ISBN number. So typically this is more required for the physical books, not the ebooks. So if you decide to do a physical copy for this same ebook here, then you'll be actually given a free one by Amazon KDP. So but let's move along. So we don't really need that right now though. Is we're doing the Kindle version here. So I may do a video on how to get the paperback version of a book also. If you want to see that, just let me know below. There's this optional thing you can enroll in called the KDP Select, which pretty much means that it's a program that they have that allows you to run discounts and participate in like promotions and stuff for KDP Unlimited, for Kindle Unlimited. So it has like rules and requirements. So it's like you're not able to like publish the book outside of that platform for like 90 days and stuff. Some other things, so I don't want to really go into that right now. We're just gonna keep it simple. It is optional, so you don't have to enroll in it. If you want to, you can. So you have the option to also choose if you want to put your book like in all territories worldwide, or if you want to go with individual territories. So so say you want it in certain parts of the world, or you don't want it to be in certain parts, then you can decide and choose which territories fit your needs or wants. So the primary marketplace. So since we went all, this is why you're seeing this kind of be like this. But I guess if you choose individual territories, then you'll have the options show up. So with the payment plan now, there's two ways it can be split. It can be 35% or it can be 70% royalty. You can look at this thing how the royalty kind of works. Typically I go with 70. I just so what you can do from here now is just click on the price that you feel comfortable with. All right, so since this is a pre-order option, what you can do is just have it be a lower price until the actual launch of the book. So to people more inclined to want to buy it. So since we see the lowest price here is $2.99, what you can do is maybe go $3. If it's a case that you're not doing the just full upload at once, right? If you're doing a full upload and you already have a price point that you think matches what you want, then you can always go with that. You still have the option to come in and change this if you want to. So yeah, so once you enter the first amount here, you'll pretty much see the others kind of load up. So it's not just going to be on the main platform. So is playing. It's pretty much going to be on the others. So it's Amazon India, Amazon UK, Amazon DE, France, and the others. Okay. So once you finish that, you click the submit for pre-order. But since we're not going to be doing that part right now, so what that typically looks like is once you hit the submit button, it's going to be in a review process. So what that means is Amazon might have somebody that reviews your book manually, or somebody that just looks at the overall details and make sure that everything looks okay, and or AI does it. I don't know, but they're gonna review it, and then after it is review, and if it's successful, you're gonna see something like this come to your email. Hold on for a second here, let me show you. All right, so you're gonna see one of these emails coming in. So you're gonna see congrats, your book is available for pre-order. So it's going to go through that review process, and if it passes, it's going to send you this. If it doesn't, you'll get a email maybe saying why it didn't pass and what you need to fix, or whatever issues are showing up on their end that will make it a better viewing experience for whoever's going to be reading, whether it's going to be a Kindle or some other format, right? So yeah, this is pretty much it. So depending on what you want to see, you can just go ahead and yeah. And if you do decide to like go in and change details and stuff, so why you're seeing so many of these kind of here, I went in and changed the pricing. So if you do that, it's gonna go back in review again. So it's not gonna be like a long review. Well, typically it's gonna be longer if it's like a new if it's your first time doing like a upload and all that. But since I've been uploading a couple of books over the years, it's gonna pretty much be a shorter time for me. But as a new uploader, you might have a longer wait, like maybe a couple of hours to 72 hours, like we saw on the page. But yeah, you this so just wait on them to do the review and everything. They'll let you know if it passed or if it's needs some more modification. So once you send you the email, you just go to your book review page, and then from there now you'll see the book and everything with all the details and everything. the description you put in, the years, the amount of pages, the language it's in, the publication date, and all those details. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for sticking around. You can go ahead and check out these books if you want to. I'm gonna put a link in the description. But yeah, now you know the process, and I hope you're not that daunted. At least for the KDP part, like the ebook part, there's also the option, as I said, to upload a physical hardcover copy. Similar process. It's just a couple of different dimensions, like for the cover. The manuscript can pretty much be the same for the most part. If you need to make any changes, it'll let you know also. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, I suppose, and go ahead and become a best-selling author, I suppose. All right, that's the video.